thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is just past 12 p.m. today, and I'd like to say that there has been a buzz of activity happening around polling stations all over the country. Ladies and gentlemen, we can tell you that we will have about 5 hours and 50 odd minutes left before polling closes for the 2022 general election. From the reports we are getting from around the country, the weather is still holding strong. It is bright and sunny in most parts of the country. Please feel free to go and vote in a very good weather. What we can also report to you now is that the queues at polling stations have now dwindled down. That means that if you go to vote now, you should be able to walk directly to the polling station, go inside, vote, go home. A special Vinaka Vakalevu to all the voters who took time out this morning and made an early rush to the polling stations, because based on the figures that we have received, it is at 11 a.m. today, ladies and gentlemen, 164,954 voters have been reported to have voted at 1,145 polling stations. So that's around 27.24% of the voters, ladies and gentlemen, and as the day progresses, we anticipate that there will be more people turning up. Ladies and gentlemen, because of the need for transport, we have continued with the provision of free transport even after 12 p.m. today. You can text your voter card number to 1500 and you can get the details of the advisory councillors who are managing the transport in your area, and they will let you know when the next scheduled trip around your residence will be. We are also now changing some of the transport mechanisms from buses to carriers or minivans. This is so that the advisory councillors can do some targeted pickups of a small number of people in rather more difficult to reach areas for buses. Ladies and gentlemen, we have received few issues from the field in relation to candidate agents. I'd like to once again, as I do in every election, clarify to my staff, you have to let polling agents in. There is no requirement for them to have their agent appointment form stamped. So please do not introduce this as a requirement. I also want to say to every polling agent that once you go in, please do not keep changing polling stations every 5 minutes, because to record your attendance into the polling station takes time. The PO has to take up that time and come and do it whilst the voter may be needing assistance. So let us deal with this in a very logical manner. Take your time, stay in a polling station for a prolonged period of time so that the PO can manage the polling station and other matters within the polling station. I'd like to also say that the next briefing will be at 4 p.m. by the Chair of the Electoral Commission, and thereafter we will have our briefing at 5 p.m. Can I just also add to the point that right now, ladies and gentlemen, the turnout is not looking very promising, and this is where I am imploring on every Fijian to come out and vote. The weather is good, the polling venues are ready, the line is gone. All you have to do now is show up and vote. So ladies and gentlemen, let's make use of the next 6 hours. If you have voted, check in your family who hasn't, take them out and make them vote. That is what you have to do. If you do not do this and you come and say to me tomorrow and say, you know, I realize this person in my own family has not voted, that is too late. That check has to be done now. Check today. If a family member has not voted, take them to the polling station and get them to vote. So ladies and gentlemen, let's spend the next 6 hours getting each of our family members to go out and vote, because you might have very well done the voting, but your family member has not done it yet, and it is upon you to show responsibility, take them down there to vote. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to once again remind you that if you need public transportation, free public transportation on election day, SMS your voter card number to 1500 and we will facilitate your transport for you. That SMS will tell you the number and details of the person who is working monitoring public transport in your area, and they will make arrangements to pick you up and take you to the polling station. That service continues until 4 p.m. So ladies and gentlemen, make the use of it now and go and vote. So ladies and gentlemen, with that said, see you at 5 p.m. for my update, and 4 p.m. of course the chairperson will be making an update too.